Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube channel? Y'all, it's Taurus down here again, y'all, and it's that Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, y'all, so today I'm going to be going hard about, it's three things I think that like groups like the Red Pill or like influencers like Kevin Samuels or even like the group MGTOW, they would never tell these things to men. It's like three things I've kind of been looking at as I've been going over these groups. If you don't know much about me and you're new here, I've been watching the videos over the manosphere and stuff like that for about a year now, and I try to come with solutions to help guys to fix things that the manosphere says there's problems with, but they seem to have no solution to. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start get ready to jump into this. Now, hey, this video I want to tell you all a couple of things. It's not to bash anybody. Basically, what this is to remove the sugar coating off of some of the shit that people are being fed. Okay, if you're gonna be eating crap, you may as well know that it's crap, and you don't need no sugar on it either. Man up, you just eat the whole turd. All right. They call that the red pill. You know what I'm saying? The red pill is supposed to be here to swallow the hard truths, but when I get to talking about them, they come on my channel. It don't be that way. All right. So a small group of men gonna understand. I understand that, but let's roll. The first thing I want to get into, the working class man or woman, both of those. Let me put that out there first before I even finish the sentence. At this point right now, I'm talking about the working class man and the working class woman. All right, the working class man and the working class woman, they ain't never gonna be high value. Never. Kevin Samuels wouldn't tell you this. He wouldn't say it to men. He hinted about it now. He did hint at it. And how did he hint at it? He hinted at it by telling you the formula to be a high value man, which his formula was something like $250,000 a year consistently for 5 years or something like that. So if you know you ain't never gonna make that kind of money, well, you already know you ain't never gonna be high value. He hinted at it. He didn't ever come out and say it directly. Because if he said that directly, it would have pissed a bunch of guys off. All right, I'm not expecting to have a big group here. I just want to do this. I want the dudes around, the ladies around, or whoever is going to be watching, that's going to just take the hard facts. Because that's the only way you're really going to get somewhere. All right. He never told the men because it would have definitely shut down his income stream because a lot of guys don't want to hear that, but it is true. But he didn't tell the women because it would have ended the conversation. He hinted at it with women a couple of times too. Because a couple of times I heard him talking with women, he would say stuff like about their pedigree and stuff like that, which is what I'm about to get into with this one. All right, and it is about your pedigree. The high value thing, the reason why I say the working man and the working woman ain't never gonna be high value is because whenever you talk about the true sense of high value, man, is this right here. It's a legacy. When you two working together, y'all building a legacy. If you're the woman working together, y'all building a legacy. And that's what make your kids they gonna live the high value lifestyle. You might live high value, but considered high value, no, not until you get to a certain level. You probably gonna be at the end of your life when you get there. Because even Kevin Samuels admitted you don't really start getting under the money and stuff till you're around 40. You won't even be put into certain circumstances until you're around that age unless your parents gave it to you. If your parents gave it to you, you had it the whole time, then that's different. You inherited a legacy. That's what makes you high value because all these other people don't have that jump. And it gives the women a chance to marry into it. But here goes the counterclaim on that one. If this dude comes from money, and this is where it comes with the women, he didn't say it to the women because I'd have ended that conversation with them women. And I'd have ended the conversation with women a long time ago. If I was having this long conversation with these women, I'd have ended it with them and I would have told them already, look, I'm finna get up from this table because these rich dudes' daddy ain't gonna let him marry you. See, Kevin Samuels would never tell them that, but it is the truth. These rich dudes' daddy ain't gonna let them marry you. It's more rules behind this junk than you think. They will cut that joker off of the damn trust fund. They're not gonna let him marry down that damn low. They're not gonna let him do that. Number one, they don't work their whole life to build this legacy and to build all this money for him. So it's better for him to take. It's better for you, son, to take this girl right here, whose parents already got something too, and put that together with that. That way, if y'all break up, she already got a whole bunch of shit. So the courts ain't gonna hit you that hard because the rich people ain't getting hit that hard because the other one's already rich too. It sound big to us. They talk all about them hundreds and thousands. That jump, dropping a bucket. A rich dude ain't letting that broke chick in his family. He gonna know she there for money. He gonna know and he gonna tell his son. That ain't gonna happen that way. It ain't gonna happen the other way. If the girls got money, they not even this dude. She ain't bringing no broke dude up in the house. Daddy finna say hell no, and Mama definitely finna say hell no. This is common knowledge. People should know that that's how this is working. But they don't bring this junk up. One of the problems I think that's going on with the manosphere and all this influencer junk, it was the reason why I made this channel. They don't want to. They talk about the surface issues of things, but they don't really go deep into it. They're not discussing classism in this shit either, and the classism thing matters. It matters. That's why I discussed this high value thing like right off the bat. I've been making a lot of videos, shorts and stuff, telling people the high value, it ain't got nothing to do with the money. If your parents wasn't rich and you wasn't born rich, you probably didn't inherit this legacy thing. So you don't even really fit in that conversation. And the women that was calling Kevin Samuels, they definitely didn't fit in that conversation. None of them came from rich parents, none of that stuff like that. Screw to being fat and all the other good stuff. They could have been fit and fine in shape. That dude that was gonna tell him, you better go bang her a few times and let her go. That's why whenever I should have did the hypergamy chart again today. But whenever I show the hypergamy chart, it's always the women can go down, but they ain't get no commitment. So hey y'all, if you don't made it this far, don't forget to get subscribed. Because I don't drop things every day. But you're already getting some information right now, and I'm finna go ahead and go over these solutions and stuff too. So get subscribed, like, share, do all that right now. That's what's keeping the channel going. All right, y'all. Thank you. All right. And here's my solution to this, okay? If your parents wasn't rich, leave the high value thing alone. Because it's pointless. It's for men, and for men and women that don't come from that, it's pointless for them to even have the conversation. Which do to most of the people that's having the conversation right now. And they talking about this. Really, what's happening is these guys is being led to talk about a woman's dream. When you ain't got time to be worried about that. We all know that they dream a doggone having a rich guy. They're gonna get it because of the things I just got done telling you. The majority of them not gonna get it. The vast majority. It's gonna be onesies and twosies in there. Like, let me give you an example. Meghan Markle, okay, actress, half black chick. Got married to that prince. Charles, I think his name is. Either way, Harry, I think. It's Harry, I think. But either way, her and the prince got married. Right? Had to leave the family because, she got in. But obviously, he was getting told, no, we don't want that. Because then they wouldn't had to go sit down and talk with Oprah because she getting racism type treatment. So that's what I'm saying. You might get in, and I'm pretty sure there was some monetary type of backlash for that too. If they was that bold to be up like that, they might got money, but some of that stuff he's supposed to get from them, he ain't get. I'm telling you that. They had to leave. They went and talk to Oprah about it. Look it up. But see, that's just an example. You're not gonna get into that high class shit. And if you do, you're gonna get treated like trash, which would happen to her. So we could really end that. You can dead that doggone high value conversation between a working man and working woman. You can really dead that conversation, but nobody was gonna do that because that would cost money. But for you guys out there like Alpha Squad, dead that conversation. You can watch it for entertainment sometimes, but dead the conversation inside yourself so you can keep on moving. Let's roll on to another thing. If you have to work hard or raise a woman's interest, okay, look, you are lost. You already lost. Some of these red pill guys, and you got these pickup artist type guys, they claim to teach the game, which I've been told now they call it a strategy to get what you want. Back in the day, it was smooth talking, but now it's some kind of strategy. But either way as it goes, here's the problem with that. Okay, when you're raising up somebody else's interest, you already done put yourself below them. Okay, you already done put yourself below them. And if they treat you like you below them, remember that you did put yourself below them. I'm just gonna tell you like that. Do remember that you did put yourself below them by going to trying to find ways to get them to like you. Okay, remember that. You put yourself below that person. They either like you or they don't. That's how I think a lot of guys should start running this. And coincidentally, here's the thing about it. I think that the pickup artists and the red pill guys that tell you like, okay, yeah, talk to a lot of girls, talk to a lot of girls, talk to a lot of girls. I think that's a good thing. You should. You should do that. The thing is though, when you're doing that, this is like getting to an interviewing process thing, okay? Like say for example, if I was dating, right, and I was gonna run that internet game or whatever, I send these jokers and ones that write me back, I'm gonna talk to them a little bit, a couple of lines, and then okay, let's meet up. Straight to it. They either gonna say yeah, they either gonna say no. And I'm gonna keep going through all of that so I got someone to say yeah. All right. Now, if you don't know much about me, I worked in sales for a while too, and I don't try to turn objections into yeses. I don't do that. It's better to go through the no's and find the yeses. I just dropped something on y'all right there. It's better to go on through them no's and find them yeses, y'all. Because the person that's saying yes wants that. The person that you got to convince, and it doesn't matter that this is dating and that's sales. This junk is working the same way. If you got to convince somebody to take it, they didn't want that shit. Hmm? Somebody drop in the comments and tell me I'm lying about that. If you got to convince somebody to take something, they didn't want that shit. Not in the first place. And that's where I think a lot of guys' problems is stemming from. You trying to get somebody to take something they didn't want in the first place. Nope. That trying to raise interest, that's a solution right here, guys. I wouldn't try to raise anybody's interest. I wouldn't even attempt it. Okay? Like I just said, you better off find that time. Using that time, and you find somebody that's already interested, and it's really what you should be doing with that. Let me just give a little lesson about that, because I did say in some of my other videos I was going to start to drip this little game thing through there, y'all, some real game. Because the real game is not getting somebody to do it. The real game is finding somebody that's already down. That's the real game. Okay. What you doing with all this talking? Because they doing right to tell you to go to, you got to talk to this girl, talk to her, 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 talk to her. Because you got to increase your social circle till you find somebody out there that's thinking on the same level as you. It probably ain't gonna be the first person, unless you just get real good at like you know what I'm saying, targeting your social circles, certain people that you're gonna be around. If you get good at that, yeah, and you probably gonna get around. So you got to get around people that like mind and do the like things and stuff like that, and you might find people inside that do, you know, what I'm saying, what you do, which is what most people normally do. So I don't think that they would tell you that. The thing that I'm just telling you is don't raise nobody's interest, and they don't tell you that in the rest of this stuff because it's like, I guess it's so it can sell their programs and stuff. Because you don't need a program, you just need to find somebody that want to meet up and start talking. That's all you really need to do. There ain't no program for that. And y'all got the phones now. You just put your pictures on there. If this broad don't want to be there with you, I mean, women don't work like that. Women, if this woman want to meet you, she's gonna try to do this shit immediately. They move quick. When they want something, they move quick. Which I know that guys understand that because that's one of the complaints that I found in the manosphere. They say that when women want something, they move quick, and they know it. It's the truth. It's what's right, and I'm just using that now to let y'all know that if you use this system the way I'm telling you, instead of trying to raise somebody's interest, just go through these jokes with somebody saying, "Yeah, let's meet up." You meet up, talk, blah blah. If that work out, you keep seeing them. The people that come immediately, the ones that be straight up is what I'm saying. Be straight up, and the people that come, they was down. The people that don't come, they wasn't down. And if you gotta chase them down, you're gonna stay chasing them down. That's another video. We'll get into that later. All right, we're gonna talk about this last thing. Okay, they put a lot of emphasis on money for guys, right? Money, like being rich, or just having a job, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. It's not a pass, like to be an asshole or to lack personality. Okay, they got to start really explaining this to guys. You like a lot of guys didn't live through. I kind of lived through the whole changing the feminism thing. All right, I lived through it, so I got to kind of see it for what it really was. Their whole thing now about having a job and stuff. That's why the guys with jobs don't matter as much no more. The whole thing about that is that okay, I can feed myself and all this stuff, so then I can pick who I want because women they always was they used to pick guys. They used to come up to you and talk to you. They still do that, but you got to be what you know. What I'm saying, you probably got to be what they want. So I mean, like what I'm saying, you still would get approached by women if you taking care of yourself and you doing the things you're supposed to be doing in life, and you're gonna have to approach women sometimes. But when women want something, they move. They do move. But the thing about this third one is, I'm trying to get guys to understand that you gotta develop yourself, your personality, and who you are. Know who you are, know what you want, and you can look for that in other people. You gotta have certain levels of maturity too. That's why I know my group will be small. I know this. I always tell you, you know what I'm saying. I think all the guys, you know what I'm saying, that's in Alpha Squad, Hancock, Haddonfield, Pig West, you know what I'm saying. Some of my subscribers, Real Truth, you know what I'm saying. Cause all my subscribers are in Alpha Squad. You could be in one too. You could be in two. All you gotta do is hit subscribe. But the thing of it is this right here. Only this certain little small group of guys is gonna look at these things in a certain type of way. But I'm promising y'all, it's gonna give you an edge that a lot of people don't got. Okay, having money or having a job these days, when women went through this jump with the feminism thing, man, the real whole hardcore thing behind it was that they were gonna work for themselves because they was picking guys based on like if you got a job or not, and it narrowed their field. That's why they call it a sexual revolution. people think it's just a sexual revolution, but I'm just telling you, I'm telling you the dynamics behind that sexual revolution. You're learning something right now if you're listening. Okay, now they got jobs, so they want to be able to pick the guy that they want. That was what that was. That's why you hear the guys calling it the sexual revolution, because they open up their sexual partner options because they can feed themselves. They're not relying on a guy to feed them. Okay, so some of that is like you gotta understand that too. So it don't that submission and all that stuff that them jokers keep asking for. That's what they went to get a job for, so they didn't have to do that. That's why you gotta look for cooperation now instead of submission, because that submission shit is gone. They won't say that. They keep asking for it. They keep trying to tell women about it, but that's gone. The conversation that happened 30 or 40 years ago that I keep telling y'all guys about, that submission thing came off the fucking table. That's why they went and got jobs who work for themselves. Now you might get it from some women that don't want to, that ain't gonna hit a lick at wrestling ain't working. But if they'll get a job and support their own self, you ain't gonna get that. You're gonna not look for cooperation, and that's gonna require a certain set of skills from you too. We go over that in other videos, but I don't think they want to explain that from that point of view, because a lot of the guys that are doing that stuff, they're older, like Kevin Samuels was, and I'm pretty sure he understood that. So you might have to be better than just having a job. You might have to be better than you just got money. You gotta be better than you just having money. They're proving that. All those guys, they're super rich, so called getting rich, or for doing that, still got most of them guys still paying women directly. Not just dating, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, or having relationships, but they're paying women. Kevin Samuels did it. He admitted to doing it. Coach Greg Adams do. He admits to doing it. You know, like red pill guys. The fresh and fit guys claim they don't do it. But some guys on my channel, they come on my channel talking about they just get the OnlyFans girls and run game on them, and yeah, prostitutes don't really work like that, guys. But you know, if you want to believe that, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So having money or just having a job, man, that shit kind of really don't work no more. You gotta know who you is. You gotta kind of know where you're going, and you're gonna have to find somebody who, like I said in that first thing, understand this pedigree junk. Like, hey, look, I'm just a down to earth person. I'm a working class person, and I'm trying to move up or whatever. And A, B, and C. A lot of women, for some reason, they're not having that. I think maybe some of this access to the internet thing does cause some of that problem, because maybe they are sending notes to higher up guys or whatever. But the thing of it is the only way around that is, and if that is the truth, the only way around that is for you just increase your increase your doggone social circle and find some more people. That's it. Don't get stuck on nobody. Don't get stuck on a person. The people that's doing this junk, don't get stuck on them. I would say that not get stuck on them. I find the people that's sensible, know what the hell they go, what they want to do, and like I said in the number one, they got to understand that this legacy and pedigree thing, that junk counting too. So we got to come up together from the bottom out of the dirt. That's one thing. Then we got something to get our kids. See, that way y'all will be working together like how that junk's supposed to work. What's happening now with this whole argument thing is people want to get taken care of while working, and see that ain't how that's not how that part of it works. And you're not gonna get into the rich class with that either, because they know that's what you want. So it's like we just got to talk about that, guys. But it's what it is. But this is some things I think they don't want to discuss in the manosphere, because it would take the guys to a whole way different conversation of what the hell are you going to do about that? And the best thing to do about that is to really not engage it. It's really to find your way around it, to increase your social circle and keep meeting people until you find people that ain't on that BS, and then get rolling. And that's the best solution to that. That's the best way around that. Because the people that don't get it are probably not gonna get it until it's too late, men and women. They're probably not gonna get it until it's too late. But for this small group of Alpha Squad, y'all guys are already getting it. So let's get out there, shoot, move, communicate, and execute, and do what we gotta do. But this is 3 things I think they won't never tell you in the manosphere. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all thought about this one. Been Taurus down to y'all. This is that Go Hard to Go Home channel. And thank y'all very much for y'all time.